Hi, it's me, Ro, author of Speaking from Spirit, and here is your August 2023 energy alert. So, we're in a 6 global month in a 7 global year, and the 6 resonates with balance, especially balance between your personal life and work. 6 is about harmony and creativity and love, especially our romantic love. It's about home and family obligations and the duties we have to others that we love. It's nurturance and responsibilities. And for some people, it could be a marriage month or a month to find your right romance or your right romantic partner. This is a time when our relationships strengthen. And sometimes that's done by showing us our fault lines in our relationships or what needs to be discussed, negotiated, or reworked in some way. But after all is said and done, it's usually the time where our relationships grow stronger and become deeper and where we become more committed in them. So, whatever relationships that is. The 7 is going to make us come to this theme through like our higher mind and from our soul perspective as opposed to, say, our wounds or our little ego self or any of that other stuff. So it should be interesting because our head and logic and our heart, which is not just about our emotions, but our knowing, our heart of truth, this is where they need to become congruent. And sometimes they're not. Our head will say one thing, our heart will say another. But this is the month where they can find their balance and become congruent. When these two pieces of us are at odds, we will feel very off. We will feel like just things are not right with us. But when they align, our life, things just feel true. They feel real, and whatever it is that is the subject of that becomes true. We go, okay, it feels right for me now. Venus is in retrograde in Leo from it was from July 22nd and will go through September 3rd. All retrogrades bring up the past, and this one is going to be bringing up stuff about our money past and also about our love histories and our love issues. So it this retrograde is designed to help us focus on what we value and who values us and what we feel we deserve, and maybe that needs an upgrade. So we're going to look at where we're investing our time, our money, our energy, our love, and see, is this person or project or place or headspace worth this for me? Am I getting anything out of this? Is it bringing me peace or is it bringing me misery? And am I receiving what I'm reciprocally putting out there? So that's what this retrograde is really going to bring up. So our relationships, again, all of them will be kind of under scrutiny. Is this friendship working for me? Is this love relationship working for me? Are my relationships with my siblings, parents, children working? Can I upgrade that in some way? Is this what I deserve? Is this what I'm putting out there? Is this am I getting what I need from these things? That's what's going to be up right now. So it's about elevating our self worth in some way. And the universe is going to show us what isn't working. Trust me, it's going to be in our face, loud, of what is not working for us. Mercury is also in retrograde this month. Oh boy, help us. So in Virgo, and this will go from August 23rd through September 5th. So all of this is going to finish up in September, which is a 7 month in a 7 year. Introspection, looking within, pondering, reflecting. And so all of these retrograde pieces are going to integrate through the whole month of September. So what we're learning now is going to be like processed and digested then, so that we come out in October with a new sense of power and freedom and feeling like we're more ourselves. Let me say it like that, more ourselves. So, under the seven influence, we're going to be asked to let go of some people or situations or habits, certainly even some beliefs or circumstances, sometimes unrealistic expectations that we might be holding. Definitely, we're going to be asked to let go of self criticism and judgment. That does not help. Reflection, yes, good, and maybe uh, making a promise to do better in the future. But self criticism, judgment, no, that's going. And we're what our soul is seeking now, again, and through these retrogrades, is to bring us to another level of our greatest joy, our greatest good, our greatest bliss while we live on this planet. So we're going to look at our past for unfinished business and get it done. That's what retrogrades do. We're going to give ourselves a little extra time for everything, especially for travel, because those are retrograde issues. It's a good time to journal and write some of your thoughts down and or reflections down. Maybe start a journaling practice, and it's also a good time to make a list, especially when the retrograde of Mercury comes, because that's going to be in Virgo, is like some to do things or bucket lists or goals that you want to achieve and write them down, tasks that need to get done, in uncompleted tasks from the past that need to be completed or brought to the forefront. That would be a good thing to do in the Mercury in retrograde time. And this year is a great time to begin that meditation practice, yoga or Tai Chi practice, journaling practice, to unplug from social media quite a bit. If you haven't already done these things, now is the time. Tune into what you're thinking and you're feeling during these retrogrades. Really, like, what am I feeling? What is this bringing up for me? What am I feeling in this moment? Try not to distract yourself with that, with things to not feel or to not reflect. Practice patience and tolerance with others, but also with yourself. And again, if I didn't say before, unplug from technology. It brings our peace back to us quite a bit and gives us a lot of our time and our energy back. You can't even believe how much time and energy goes into that black hole. So I want to say this too. I recently remembered that when we are in retrogrades and eclipses, we don't have eclipses this month, but we're definitely in retrogrades. There's a lot of healing going on. There's also an aspect with Chiron activated right now, which is the wounded healer. And August is going to be a little bit of a fiery month because there's so much going on astrologically. When this happens, people really seek healing: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And spiritual healers, energy healers, people like us who usually are watching this, it's our busy season. So plan for that. Leave extra time. There is going to be things that come up. Always recognize that when a retrograde is coming up, when you're making your schedule, or look at the retrograde seasons and the eclipse seasons and know that they're going to be your busy seasons. Okay, so we have two full moons this month. So one is going to be a blue moon. So August 1st is our first full moon in Aquarius. And then our second one is going to be a blue moon, and it's going to be a super moon on August 30th in Pisces. Our new moon is in Leo on August 16th. And I will write more about them in the weekly alert. So if you're not on my email list, you definitely want to get on that. Go to my website, www.rosemarierubenetticapiello.com, and you can join my email list. There are a couple of free events that I have this month. One is going to be August 8th in Milburn Library at night. It's in mediumship. And one is going to be August 14th at Fox Hill Library. It's mediumship, and that is also at night. Again, all of these events are on my website, www.rosemarierubinetticapiello.com or speakingfromspirit.com. And you could go there, and my whole calendar is up. You could book a private reading. You could join my online subscribers, spiritual online community. We meet once a month. You could see all the different events that I have or offerings I have. Everything is there. And of course, again, if you want to get the written alert, you want to join my email list. All right, we're going to pull some cards now. So the first deck I'm going to pull from is the Fairy deck. And we're going to see what the message from the fairies is for us this month, for all of us that are looking at this video, what the fairies want to tell us. Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Well, we're in the sign of Leo, and that's a very bold sign, okay? And it's fire sign. Oh, and I think that Chiron is in Aries, which is also a fire sign. So there's going to be a lot of initiative to be bold and to follow our dreams. And but first we have to ponder that and feel like we deserve to follow that or have that kind of good. So we're going to use all that energy this month to get clear so that we can take action in that way. So this says, meditate on your heart's desires. Retrogrades are pretty much a month of meditation. So that's what it's going to feel like, a month of a meditative state. Rearrange your schedule so that you're spending time in ways that are truly meaningful for you. Sometimes it's difficult to know what you truly desire. You have so many outside influences. Social media, put it to the side. As well as personal fears tugging at you, demanding, pay attention to me. You wait for free moments where you can devote to your dreams, goals, and aspirations. Yet these moments never seem to arrive. The fairies ask you to take charge of your schedule. First, they ask you to meditate on your heart's desires. Make a list of 5 priorities in your life. Then write down a schedule. Mercury in retrograde time. In ink, so that you'll spend the necessary time engaged in these activities. It's not important what you specifically do during these times. What's most important is that you invest time and energy into that which makes you happy and fulfilled. Hand on the heart, eyes are closed now. The affirmation is, I deserve the best. I take charge of my schedule and my life. Oh my God. That's all about the 6, balance. That is all about the Venus retrograde. What do I deserve? What do I want? What am I worth? This is all about the Mercury in retrograde. Write it down. This is all about the retrogrades. It's going to be like a meditative time. Okay, we got the message. Next deck I'm going to pull from is the Animal Spirit Guides book, cards. So I have to tell you, whenever an animal crosses my path, I look them up in the Stephen Farmer um, book uh, called by the same name, Animal Spirit Guides. And lately I've been having a groundhog in my yard, which my dogs have not been too thrilled with, but I know that he's coming to bring me a message, and a lot of that is to meditate and be still. So I've been doing that in the yard, in the pool. Very nice. So let's see what the animal card wants to tell us today, or who's with us. Oh, I think we pulled this before. Oh, no. I pulled this personally for me this year. This was my power animal this year. The condor. You're too enmeshed in this situation, so step back and see the bigger picture before making any decisions or taking actions. Okay, so that's also a very retrograde kind of thing to do, is to step back and not take action, even though this month is going to be calling for action, but to kind of observe and, again, come from your higher self before you take any actions. Okay. You've lost perspective here. So this might be talking to us about a specific issue in our life. And again, because it's at six, it's probably pertaining to a relationship. It's probably or the way we relate. You've lost perspective here because you've either believed that something that you absolutely need to have happen, or else you're simply being too stubborn to let something go. Step back and take a fresh look at your circumstances. It's the forest versus the trees dilemma. You're too close and too clearly you're too close to clearly discern the reality of what's actually taking place. So make a practice of detachment. Most people think of this as cold, sterile, or unresponding to the situation or person, but nothing is further from the truth. It's far worse to remain so utterly involved and entangled that you lose perspective, and sometimes even yourself. Sometimes we lose ourselves, especially in relationships. This all too familiar pattern stems from the guilty feeling that somehow you're not doing enough unless you're completely immerse yourself into the problem or the person or the problems of other people, continually trying to fix the situation or rescue the individual involved. While this may give you a temporary sense of satisfaction, doing so also creates unhealthy dependencies, yours and others. True detachment is objective compassion, a state of mind and heart where you still care very much but are distanced enough so that you're not under the illusion that you can somehow control the situation or person through your participation or intervention. In any situation or conversation, follow these four simple guidelines. First, be 100% present and attentive. Second, speak your truth or maintain a dignified silence. Third, keep the focus on what's really important and what really matters. And fourth, let go of any attachment to outcome. These four steps will help you to keep your perspective while remaining compassionately involved and detached at the same time. You can still wield your influence by stating your preferences, whether strong or mild, without insisting or getting your own way. Express yourself and see what happens, all the while honoring and respecting others. So, okay, this is a very personal message for me. I can relate it to a situation I'm thinking about. And remember that the closer the relationships are, the harder it is to keep a perspective that's clear, because we have attachments to outcomes and attachments to people, and sometimes our worry or our fears hijack what is the right thing to do, or to have clarity of what is the right thing to do. So this very much is talking about our relationships, and that again is very much a theme of this month. So thank you, cards. Thank you, guides, for the great messages. So um, we are to step back. That's what the condor is saying, and to go from a higher perspective, just like the bird that actually soars in the sky and can see everything bigger than what we can see from the ground. So that's kind of it. I am on vacation this month from the 16th to the beginning of September. I'm accessible. If you email me, I will get back to you. I can't say I'll do it immediately, but I will. So I'm going to just say enjoy the rest of this month of August, this wonderful, lazy summer hot days. And I am going to hope that I see you in September. It's me, Ro, wishing you peace.